is a recording that I'm doing for this also. So you guys, if you want to review it anytime you can, is the CompTIA A Plus Assessment 1001 full assessment. Can you guys see it on your end? Is it active? Oh.
I see it, and it looks like we have the same question.
That is correct. You should all have the same question, and your answers are shuffled. So be very careful.
Wait, they're not shuffled or shuffled?
They should be shuffled. In other words, my A, B, C, D, E may not correspond to your A, B, C, D, E. Right.
I think mine is mirroring yours, though.
Everybody has the exact same one as mine?
Yeah,
No.
and
Okay.
Mine's
it-
different.
No.
All right, just want to
Mine
make sure.
is-
It's not a problem.
mine is.
The odds
And I
could be
can't
that
even
you
move
could
it.
exact same shuffle, so don't worry about that.
But I
All
can't move questions, though. Like, I'm stuck at one only.
Correct. Correct. We're working together on this one, just like on the zero, an assessment zero where it was teacher paced. So we all got to work together here and read it. We're going to take turns reading. So Lázaro, if you can help us out reading this one, and then let's see which one we can automatically mark off as not being the answers.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to fix my window here. All right. A system administrator is configuring a server to host several virtual machines. The administrator configurations the server and is ready to provide provisioning the virtual machines. Which of the following features should the administrator utilize to complete the task?
Anybody want to shout out and which ones they think right away is not correct?
Disk management.
Device
Yeah, I agree with
manager.
that.
Device manager.
Okay. So we want to mark off device manager and disk
And
management.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
Terminal services.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to mark off?
Virtual LAN? Actually, no. You may need a virtual LAN.
Virtual LAN? Where are virtual LANs at?
No, I think you need that. Hold on.
Only one answer. So far we marked these off. Would I be able to use a hypervisor to do this?
Yes.
Would I be able to use disk manager to do this?
No.
Can I use terminal services to do this?
No.
Can I use the device manager to create this?
No.
And can I create a virtual LAN that will do this? Where's my virtual LANs, guys? Where do virtual LANs exist? VLANs.
In the virtual machine.
You know who?
Wait.
No, VLANs, VLANs can be a managed switch. It could
There
be
we go.
physical or virtual.
A managed switch is the one with VLANs. Do not get confused with a virtual switch and a virtual LAN. They're two different things. Right? So do we all agree, though, by marking all of these off, the only choice is this, maybe this is the guy? Maybe?
Yes.
It's up to you.
Yes.
You guys make your
Okay.
choice there. Go ahead and answer it in. I got 2 locked in. I need all 10 locked in before we show what the answer is. I'm not sure. You tell me.
Do I have to click submit for it to come out or just click on it?
I believe you clicked on it. I'm not sure about hitting submit. Whoever has submitted, maybe they can answer that one for you.
I click submit.
Submit for it to go through. All right.
Let me see. Let me click submit.
There you go. It went through.
Oh, it went through. And
And you
it
should be
says
waiting
here-
now. It should stay blank waiting
Okay.
for next activity or something like that. Some weird.
Well, it gives me the answer, so don't say it.
Yeah, don't say it yet. We still need one more. We got one more person. Lock it in.
Please lock it in.
Hit submit on the bottom. There you go. So let's see how we did. Yes, hypervisor is the one that I can do to control virtual machines. A VLAN is created by a managed switch to create virtual LANs. Instead of buying several switches, you can actually virtually split the switch into its own pieces. In other words, accounting can be in these ports, marketing in those parts, IT in that, and over here operations. They will not be able to see each other unless if there's rules in the VLAN or on the router to route it back to these separate VLANs. They won't be able to see each other. It's to segregate each virtual LAN from each other. So virtually it looks like it, or so that physically it looks like if they're on separate switches. Any questions or doubts on this one? All right, next question. Stina.
Some users are unable to access the internet. Well, it's supposed to be from their workstations, which is form. A technician runs the ipconfig command on one of the on the workstations and sees the following.
Okay, so let's see.
I already see something wrong. Why is the default gateway a private address?
Why wouldn't it be? Your default gateway wouldn't be a private IP address? Your router? Okay, so let's look and dig. We're gonna play the little game again. Let's see here. Which one right away I could say no, it's got nothing to do with it.
Wireless access point?
Okay. Anything else you guys want to mark off?
The router in the office.
Yeah, A.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to mark off?
C.
B.
All right, so now we marked all of them off. So now you guys are gonna have to start voting.
All right, so let's talk about B, a DNS server in the office. Would a DNS server help them with internet
No,
access?
I don't
that
think
is?
so. Because isn't that just like for like a website name?
Yeah, and also this read the question, because the question is what we have to focus on. Some users are unable to access the internet form their form or
From. That's a
Okay,
type.
from their workstation. A technician runs the IP command of the workstation, sees the following.
Okay.
So
Let's look at this. Is this an IPPA address? Is this an IPPA?
no, that's not
No.
up to
Okay.
That's
Now we look at it one more time. What's his subnet mask is fully up to here. So we know that these three shouldn't change. Do we all agree? These three shouldn't change, right?
yeah.
Yes.
These three did not change. And it's telling me this is my default gateway and this is my thing. So who would give me this? Who gives
The
me this?
DHCP
So then
server
do
will
we
give you
agree
the
maybe
IP.
I can mark this one off for sure?
Yeah.
DHCP server seems to be
Yeah.
answering me, right? All right. Would a DNS server be involved in here?
No.
Okay. We all agree?
Mhm.
All right. Now that we've taken out these two, now we got to figure out which one can it be? Which one's going to get me to the internet? A wireless access point will get me to the internet, or a router will get me to the internet?
Router.
Oh, the router would help
Router.
you get to the internet.
Okay. So you're telling me to mark this one off?
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't say anything about a wireless access point
Well,
at all. And obviously,
it says
he's
some
being
people could get
connected to
out though.
something. Where says that? Some users are unable. Well, yeah, if it says some users, I mean some users are, right? I'm confused now.
At no point did they tell you some users can. Some users are complaining they can't access, unable to access the internet. When did you get a call from a user saying, hey, I can go out to the internet? Just wanted to call you and say, you guys are doing a great job.
But it says
Well, it
some. It
says
doesn't say
some,
all
not all.
users.
Yeah,
Remember,
I don't like these questions.
you're in the help desk, right? You start getting a whole, like 5 or 6 calls of some users unable to access it. That's all they're telling you. This is as vague as possible. So now you got to decide, would it be the access point or is it going to be the router? One of those two. Can't tell you yes or no. I got to make it as difficult as possible here for you guys to guess. So we did agree, though, that this one for sure can't be it. And this one for sure is not it because it's giving us a DHCP in the correct IP range. At least it's a legitimate IP range. If it's not the IP range of the building, we have no idea. That's got nothing to do with us right now.
So let's see here.
I don't think it's some as in some can, some can't. I think it's just referring as like some users called.
Yeah,
They can't get in the internet.
These things are as vague as possible, and they will attempt to trick you so that you assume anything. You could only take facts that they're giving you. So only hints I can give you on these tests. They're going to give you facts, and on purpose, they're going to make you assume. Don't assume. Unless if they give you the fact, do not assume. And it happened to me in Lázaro yesterday with a guy who dropped a computer, and we assumed that he did his job correctly. Did we not?
Yeah, let's not talk about the battery anymore.
Hey, I could only bring it up because we both assumed real quick that he did his job because it said he checked the adapter, but he didn't check the laptop. We assumed that when he checked the adapter, he checked both parts, the part that goes to the computer and the part that's the adapter. You can only take what they're giving you. Can't assume. Don't make up the story more than what they've given you. Lock them in. Let it begin. I only got 2. Come on, guys.
Okay, so if it says internet, then they're referring to the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So that may mean they have access to their LAN, but of course we can't assume that. There's nothing here mentioning about a wireless access point.
I think it's A.
It even goes directly to workstations. So, matter of fact, they said workstations. What's a workstation?
That's just a desktop, but it's designed for work in the company usually.
Agreed. So it's a desktop. Does that have anything to do with wireless?
I mean, I'm going to assume that most workstations are connected by Ethernet.
Okay.
Okay, so it's looking more like A right now.
A.
I don't know. You guys.
Oh wait, be careful, guys. Your answers could be shuffled. Don't go based on the numbers. The letters.
All right, I got 7 out of
Going
10.
based on Diego's,
10.
it's
I need
A.
3 more to lock in, guys. Come on, you can do it. Lock it in.
A.
Lock it in. Okay.
Lock it in. Got 8, only 9. There we are. How do we do? Definitely, there's a
crud.
problem with the router in the office. It may be intermittent problem, but there is a problem with the router in the office. I have DHCP, so I'm getting that. And it's only telling me some users. It never told me any users called or that I asked any users to say, hey, are you the only one on the floor that's having the problem? No, it says some users are unable to access from their workstations. That's all it tells you. At no point does it actually say that they're actually connecting wirelessly. These are the type of curveballs that they're going to throw you guys. Here we are. Number 3. Who went already? Here we go. Daniel, we'll go to Daniel. Christina, you already went? All right. Daniel.
No. A user accidentally spills liquid on a laptop. The user wants the device to be fixed and would like to know how much it would cost. Which of the following steps should the technician take next to verify the device is repairable before committing to a price? Choose two.
I think I had this question on past CompTIA.
Told you were gonna laugh.
Oh, don't tell me the battery one is in here. No.
I
No,
don't know.
please don't tell me there you go. No.
I have no idea. what's in. So let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's think about it again. Let's start playing that game. These things are vague. Unless if we know right away, I would strongly always recommend let's mark out what we don't know if we start guessing.
I think we should mark out A.
I should
You should,
case and
you should
organize
mark-
parts. I can take this
You
one
should
up.
mark out E.
Yeah, it seems
E. I heard A.
invasive.
I think we should keep A though. Because we
And,
need to find out what's damaged. So removing and organizing it will let us know, okay, this is damaged, this is not damaged, this is what the part is, this is not what
I'll
the
get rid
part
of
is.
B.
But wouldn't that be too invasive?
Yeah.
Because like you're already working on it before you even got the price.
But
But
you have to
look,
know what's wrong with it
look at
though.
what it's saying though. Look at here.
It's-
Before you start,
It has liquid damage.
They're just looking for the price.
they already admitting
Yeah,
to you,
You
right?
can't.
The
just,
user's
like, already
admitting to
work
you
on
though,
it.
guys. Read the question real good. What's the user
Yeah.
telling you? What's the user
The
telling you?
user spilled liquid.
Okay. Now, if he spilled, will I have to search the internet for repair tutorials? Because you guys already told me A, B, and E. Fine and dandy. I'm marking off A, B, and E. I have to choose two. Would I search the internet for repair tutorials?
No, because you know it's already like.
Okay, so now I'm getting a no on this one. So now I have a no on here, I have a no here, a no here, and a no here, but I need to mark two. So is it place the device in rice for a
No.
few days?
Nah,
We should
No.
definitely mark
We all
that one
agree
off.
is for sure this one's out. All right. Is it search the internet for repair tutorials?
No.
No,
I mean,
because
you should
we're not
leave it.
repairing it yet.
I think so because like if you like watch the
There's a
tutorials,
possibility.
you know like the labor, and you can like base your cost of labor off of that, right?
I'm guessing you're taking like the less intrusive steps here. All right.
I don't
Because
know.
we're not.
What are the troubleshooting steps? You tell me, man.
The thing is, we're trying to find out if the device is repairable at all. So we wouldn't just start on, disassembling it. Or at least I don't think so. You wouldn't just immediately start disassembling it and then be like,
What
oh,
are
I
the
can't fix
What
it.
are the 7 steps, guys? They're telling you exactly the problem. There's no guessing here. I threw coffee on my laptop. It's wet. I'm asking you, what is it going to cost me to bring this up?
So you'd have to disassemble it to see what parts
Some
are
of the
messed up or
troubleshooting
not.
Steps. What are the steps for doing anything on a computer? Just think about that. What are the steps?
Find the problem.
I'm opening up the case, or I'm unplugging it, I'm putting on my bracelet. What are the steps that I do for anything?
I think
You- that-
I think that the answer should be D and A. And I think A is because remember on the troubleshooting, the second one is examine the system and the developer theory. But then again, we already know the problem is that she spilled liquid on the laptop.
I agree with D.
I agree after because it's supposed to like document like the pieces and whatnot to know where it goes, but at the same time it sounds kind of invasive to me.
I know most
But there's nothing
laptops are.
invasive if the user is telling you. It's like me coming up to you and say, hey, I want the best sound card. Give me a price. What type of card can I put in here? What you gonna do? If I'm telling you, here's my laptop, I want to know what type of card I can put in here.
Wait, would we consider the laptop body a case?
The laptop, the whole thing is a case. Yeah, the laptop itself is a case. It has the bezel on the top here. It's got the case on the bottom. I got to take it apart, right? To be able to get inside. Yeah, that's a case.
I suppose.
Here's my
Just
question.
which
Would
parts
When
I
you
need to be
talk?
document,
You're telling me I would talk to my colleagues, so I'll go, hey, Lázaro, Christina dropped coffee on her laptops. What do you think? What should I do?
open it up and see what's wrong.
Okay, so
Why am I talking to you though? Why am I talking to you though? Why now you're telling me to go do something else?
To ask for like what they think the price should be.
Yeah, I mean, if you aren't the one that makes the prices, I'm assuming you would have to ask somebody.
Guys,
Well, you have to see what if it's
What's
the
the question?
device is repairable. That's what it's asking though.
what's this
Okay,
say
so
here? What's this say right here?
alright,
Part of the sentence.
I'm gonna go with DNA.
What's this part say here? That part of the sentence.
If the device is repairable before committing to a price.
I'm gonna go with A and B.
So I think it's DNA.
I'm gonna go with
I can go with A and B. A and B.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna
gonna
go
go
A and B.
with I'm gonna go with A and B.
This
Okay,
one's
so
ridiculous.
A, B, and D so far. I'm getting a lot of votes for A, B, and D. So you guys decide what exactly should I
We can
do?
get rid of C and E for sure.
Wait, why get rid of B? Wouldn't you want to document where the screws and locations are?
No,
He said C
no.
and E. He said C and E. He said to get rid of C.
Oh, sorry, I heard it wrong. Yeah, E for sure, get it rid of, and C because we're not repairing it yet. We have to first see if the client has consent for us to repair it. I think A should be stayed on because we need to diagnose and, like the question says, verify the device. So we have to verify what is damaged because we just know that water got spilled on it.
I think B
Now,
because we also
consulting-
need to know where the locations of the screws are before we actually remove the actual case, you know.
Yeah, so document the screws location. Yeah, we have to do that. I know it seems confusing because it says remove case and organize the parts, but there doesn't mention anything about documenting. And we have to document. That's part of the troubleshooting. Consult a colleague for advice. That seems good, but then it doesn't answer the question. Which of the following steps should the technician take next to verify the device? So just bringing in a colleague is not a step that I think is going to come out. That's going to really help us. Which of the following steps should the technician take? So if you do it in order, document the screw location and then remove the case will be better rather than consult the colleagues for advice and then document the screws. It's steps. That's how I see it. And it just seems better to document the screws and then remove the case and organize the parts.
Okay, lock them in, guys. That was pretty.
Can't argue with that logic.
That was pretty deep. Anybody have any other comments on this one? These things get you thinking, man. And then you're gonna start catching the key words.
Steps.
You're gonna start catching.
Yes, I learned that yesterday with you, Diego. The stupid VM question with the Linux.
Yeah.
Lazy person.
Yeah, that one was awesome. That one just opened our eyes and we felt like throwing the computer across the room because we read it so fast and we had the right answers. We just had the wrong question. We answered the darn wrong question. And then when we look back, we're like, you son of a steps.
Look, as long as we don't go back to the battery, okay?
We went with choices. We went with the right choices instead of steps. And here it's saying steps, like he says. So that's a key thing there. We need one person to lock in. One person to lock in. Key word there is steps. And also this part of the sentence. That's all I could say. Steps and verify if the device is or not. As far as I can go with the clues here. Thank you. How do we do? Yeah, we got to remove and document. We always, I've said it like a million times, when you're troubleshooting and you're going to take it apart, document your screw locations. Take pictures when you remove the case, right? And organize the parts so that you know exactly where they went. A lot of the other things I said was that about the documenting of screws was to put it inside those little buckets that they give you. They give you a little thing with multiple holes. Sorry, a little thing that looks like a pill box, right? and that is where you throw all your screws. Usually you only have one full of all the spare screws, and then the other ones you try to keep it so you could throw those screws in there and try to keep them organized. Either that, another trick that I used to do is if I didn't have that little pill box, I grabbed tape. And then all the screws that were in one thing, I put the tape around it, and then I will write which one it corresponded. And then I put that one there, grab another piece of tape, put those screws in there, and I named them. So if you don't have that, you need to somehow document how and where these screws are. We stated also that they are different sizes, depending if it's the keyboard one, or if it's the one for the memory, or if it's the one for the hard drive. They're all different sizes on the laptop. It's not like a computer. Next question. Jordan.
A user is experiencing email problems and explains to a technician that all emails with graphics or images do not display the graphics. Which of the following configurations will correct this behavior?
I know the answer because this is from Pascom-Tia. Should I say anything, Diego? This is the exact one. I remember this one because this one made me struggle. I got it right, but I had to digest this whole thing.
All right, so let's play the little game here then. Which one is surely not have anything to do with what we're working with here? The user is experiencing the mail problems and explains that a technician that all emails with graphic or images does not display. Is it antivirus? Email settings inside an antivirus? We said no?
No, yeah. No.
Change the security settings of the email.
That could be it.
Maybe.
That could be it.
Okay. Change the firewall security settings.
No, because we know that if they're using a port to get the email, that shouldn't really be related. It's either blocked completely, not
It's
get
either all or nothing, right? It's either all or nothing with the firewall. If I'm blocking port 25 or I'm blocking port 110 or 993 or any of those numbers, you will not receive any email, not just emails with any graphics, just any emails. Next one. Change the email proxy settings.
At first, I thought this was a probability until I realized it wouldn't remove the graphic or image. Like, I don't know. It's hard for me to explain, but I just know that proxies could somewhat do it.
What does proxy do?
Unlikely.
What does proxy do?
Basically a content filter.
It's a who?
It's like the best way to describe it is a content filter.
Okay, so if it's filtering content, filtering content where?
In the websites.
In this case, the email, but it's not filtering. If it was filtering, it wouldn't have gone through and it would have got a warning from the user. There's nothing you're stating a warning from the user. It just says it can't display the graphics. And that's the thing. You got the graphic. The problem is you can't display it. A proxy wouldn't do that. A proxy would be like, just you don't get to see it at all, or you do get to see it. Exactly. So I don't think a proxy would do that.
Right? And we said also that you might receive, if it's on the Internet Explorer, you might receive a little message saying, hey, you little naughty boy, you can't be doing these things. Otherwise, it's going to block the email and it's not going to let the email come through, right?
Yeah, so it's similar to the firewall. It's either you're going to get it or you're not going to get it.
Okay, so then everybody agree I can mark this guy off?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
I agree.
Change the trusted sites in my browser settings?
I don't think that's really related. It is related for security, but not the security related to email, because if you're using the same email client, it's already trusted. What difference is it going to make?
Okay. I can mark this one off then?
Yes.
Everyone agree?
Yeah.
Sure? All right, then start locking them in if you agree. If you don't agree, then choose your poison.
I'm always panicking when I click submit, even though I know the answer. How do I know I got the wrong answer from Pascantia?
I don't know. You tell me.
The battery.
Nah, the battery got you good, bro. You gotta admit, the battery got you
No,
good.
it got us. It got us both really good.
Yeah, all I know is I'm firing that guy for lying to me and making me assume.
Like
I
you're
locked
saying,
in. Definitely. Change the security settings on your email is the only thing you can do. I'm not sure if you guys ever worked in corporate America, but it has happened. They actually stop all pictures from automatically downloading. Only thing you can do is go into the email Outlook and tell it to go ahead to download it. A lot of times it says here, right click on this little picture to download. Sometimes you can't do that. You got to go into the actual settings and say, go ahead, no matter what, download and allow. So that's the only thing you can change. Email proxy settings is not going to help you because if the ports, if it's being blocked by the email, by the proxy server, if the email is blocked, it'll block the whole email, not just the picture. Any questions? Right. Next question. Number 5. We just went. That was Jordan, right? Jordan, you just read? Pablo, please, number 5.
Says a technician is replacing an older video card with a new high-end video. Card.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
All right. Okay, so a technician is replacing an older video card with a new high-end video card in the workstation. The installation was successful. The new card seated properly and powered is connected. However, upon booting, the computer now emits several beeps and will not boot, but shows no error messages. Which of the following is most likely to cause this issue?
All right, so which one for sure is not? Anyone? Which one?
GPU being overlocked.
Overlocked, not even clocked. They didn't even try. All right.
I didn't even catch that.
We're marking this one out. What else?
I would say the firmware is out of date.
Okay, we're saying that I can mark this one off. Everyone agree? Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah.
What else can I mark out? Which one's
The
surely
RAM one?
the RAM? I didn't touch the RAM, right? I didn't say I touched the RAM. Mismatch, I didn't change anything so on the RAM, so that can't be it. Now, had it said maybe the RAM was loose, we read this too quick and thought it was that it said loose, then we're gonna get it wrong, right? Because obviously it will beep if it's loose, if it's not in right, but it's not saying that. It says a mismatch. That means I had to change. I put new RAM. Oh. What else?
Oh, if we took off firmware, might as well take out BIOS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Firmware is out of date. Isn't that the same as the BIOS is out of date?
Mm-hmm.
Almost, but in this case, let's say it is because it's the motherboard.
Well, firmware is a BIOS.
Yeah, it is a BIOS, but when we refer to BIOS, usually
Is
referred to the
directly
motherboard.
BIOS is the firmware for a motherboard. That's the variance of any other firmware to it. So the BIOS is for the motherboard. It is a firmware. So printers have firmware. A whole bunch of devices have a type of firmware in it. All right. But the BIOS is the one that's
The only one left is PSU, and I think it makes sense because he can't even boot it. He got a new graphic card, new high-end graphic card, all of a sudden he can't boot the computer, maybe he's just drawing way too much power, or just, can't run it.
All right, lock it in, guys. Whichever you think it is. The firmware out of date, GPUs overlocked, onboard RAM mismatch, there's not enough PSU output, and the BIOS is out of date. You guys will be very surprised.
I have a suggestion, Diego.
Yeah, go ahead.
Suggestion. Just to like make it more realistic. What if we like read the question together and then we all answer individually, just so like we have like more of like a challenge, and then
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. I want to first all of us to go through and read a question, and then I'm gonna start allowing that. Don't worry about it. I got that part covered. There's 100-something questions in here, so don't worry. It's not short. We got plenty of time.
Okay.
But thank you. No problem. So where were we with this one? We're missing 2 people. Lock it in.
Come here.
Need 2 more, guys. Lock in, lock in.
That's right. This way I can get to the battery question.
A la Juan, a la Bing Bong Bang. Come on, guys. One more. Hello, hello, hello. Anyone home? 9 out of 10.
All right.
Lock it in, lock it in. Hello.
Maybe someone got disconnected.
No, it would say 9 out of 9.
Oh.
Come on, guys, just submit it. Whoever's
Gotta hit the submit button.
Come on, commit.
yeah,
Don't
okay.
worry. Commit.
Submit.
Commit.
Teresa, Jordan, Justin, Alexa, DeAndre,
I got it.
Pablo, Daniel. Daniel?
I already submitted.
Oh, somebody's got to hit a button. Look again, guys. One of you hasn't hit a button.
Somebody just AFK.
Ooh.
It was me.
It was who?
It was me, Pablo. Wow.
He's like, no, I submitted.
I'm like, come on, guys, hurry up. It was me.
Hurry it up, guys. What's taking you guys so long? Oh, there we go. It's me. I'm sorry.
There you go. Commit. Commit.
I already did it, man.
Yes, not enough. That was too good, Pablo. Thank you. And you were complaining to everybody. What's wrong with you guys?
Come on, guys.
Oh, come on. No, Diego, not this one. No.
Oh my God. Hold on.
Can I just tell what the answer is?
No.
No.
Don't give us the
I
answer.
know what the answer is, and it makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Please, don't be a cruel.
You tell me, Babs. You guys got to vote it out here. It's up to you.
Oh, no.
We're still going through this. So who haven't I picked yet? I think I haven't picked Justin. Justin, go ahead and read. And then we got to make sure we at least throw out the ones that we believe have nothing to do with what we're doing.
But this is not a fair question.
It is a fair question because if you think about it, it is true.
Well, you didn't.
I started thinking about it afterwards, and I'll explain it to you now.
Okay, well, I know what the answer is, but
I know what the answer is, and I can explain it now. I remember.
That's what I want. I know the answer, but I don't know why.
Fried by the time we got to this question, Pops. But now, after I got off with you, I started thinking about several questions, and then I figured out.
Well, then explain to me the battery one.
I already did, bro. The battery one was the one that the guy dropped the thing in, and we assumed that he was actually checking the plug. So he broke it. When it dropped on the side, the plug was still plugged in, and he dropped the laptop sideways. So he broke the plug in the inside. He didn't break the adapter. This thing was still good. All he did was look at this thing. He didn't look at the computer. The computer was broken on the side.
We can eliminate C and oh wait, never mind. Let me see on your thing. Hold up, sorry. We can eliminate A and B and B.
All right.
Yeah, I would agree on that.
We're gonna eliminate virtual security.
Wait, do we get the question yet?
A technician.
Yeah,
is
can we
setting
read
up-
the question?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. No, we didn't read it. Sorry about that. A
I thought we read it.
VM for use in testing software development. The VM is offline, but the hypervisor is not. Which of the settings should the technician change to resolve this issue? So the VM is offline. You know what VM offline means?
Virtual
The
machine.
virtual machine is down. It's not on. It's off.
Can't turn on. I can't turn it online. I can't get it online. So if it's offline, is because I can't turn it. There's no way it doesn't want to turn on. So what? So far, we said no virtual storage. What else? What else can I take out? Would not cause me to not be able to turn on a virtual machine.
E.
Virtual switch.
I can turn this guy off, right? I don't need him to turn off or on. All right.
Virtual RAM. You take that off too.
All right. So we all agree, though, if I don't have a virtual CPU and I try to turn it on, it's not going to do anything because there's no such thing as it starting to beep. Try it on your regular computer. Take out the CPU and try to turn it on.
Nah.
But it's the same thing for RAM.
No, RAM will beep. RAM will beep. RAM beeps. And on a virtual machine, if you don't have RAM and you try to bring it up, it's just gonna crash. But it will try to turn on. Without the CPU, it will not attempt to turn on.
That makes sense. The CPU is the heart and the brain of a computer. It's everything basically.
Correct.
Almost
So at
everything.
the moment that you try to turn it on, turn on that virtual machine, it will not turn on. If you're missing a disk, it'll give you an error. If you're missing RAM, it's going to give you an error. If you don't have a switch, it can care less, and the security's got nothing to do with turning it on and off. So the only thing left, unfortunately, would be that, if you believe me. I don't
Now
know.
I'm kind of confused with the question when it says the VM's offline, but not.
The hypervisor would be your hypervisor. That would be, in this case, if you still have, if any of you installed it, would be the actual Oracle hypervisor. That's the hypervisor. So I can
I don't
see.
understand what they're asking for. What needs to be fixed? Am I going to assume that he's trying to turn it on, the VM, and that's why it would be CPU issue?
He's setting it up.
For
The
testing.
VM is offline, but the hypervisor is not.
Okay, so he has
And
access.
he's telling
to
you
the-
he's trying to do, this is his job. This is what he's doing right now.
Mhm.
When he gets there, the VM is offline, doesn't want to turn on, but the hypervisor is on. I can get into the hypervisor. Which of the following steps should he do?
Okay,
He's
then,
he's in the
CPU
screen.
was the first thing for me to check to see what's wrong with the CPU. Make sure that's good.
Well, we need 3 to either disagree or agree with you. Not sure where to go with this.
And when we submit, can you give me extra information about it?
One more. Come on, Pablo. I know it's you. Click the button. How do we do? Virtual CPU. Yes, senor. And like I just stated a moment ago, if you try it with your own virtual machines. Put everything except for a CPU, and it should stay offline. It won't even attempt to boot.
But a virtual CPU is like, how do you say created? Is it just through the CPU itself?
When you create a virtual machine, it asks how much you want to give it as processing power, how much RAM you want, how much hard disk you want. All of it has to be given to it. You have to give it virtual components to make it work.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Not a problem. We're going to be covering virtual machines in depth when we start creating it next week. Hopefully, the majority already at least installed Oracle. Oh, so far. I did just John. I already did Jordan. I think I'm missing what? Alexa? Did I call you yet? No. And then Teresa and DeAndre before we go for lone soldiers.
Okay.
Do I read it?
Yes, please.
A user's laptop is shutting down unexpectedly. The technician discovers the shutdowns only happen when the laptop is moved from one room to another. The technician resetted the hard drive, memory, battery, and LCD cable, but the laptop continues to shut down. Which of the following is most probably cause of the issue?
Mm-hmm. So, which one for sure is not? Can anybody tell us here, which one can I mark off as not even close?
Extended capacitor.
I would say B.
All right. And C, so far, I've gotten. Anything else I can take out?
Not the CMOS battery. Because if the battery failed, then good luck.
The CMOS battery? I have no problem with that CMOS. I could actually take out the CMOS battery and still work. Computer still work. What happens though when I take out that CMOS battery? What's gonna happen?
Your ROM
Gonna reset the
is gonna
settings.
be reset. So all your
Yeah, it's just
configurations are
annoying.
gonna
Every
come-
single time I turn it on, it's gonna ask me, "Hey, it is 1980, January 1st, and by the way, you have a hard drive. You also have a CPU. You have this. It says to confirm everything because obviously, like you said, it's gonna erase everything. So it's basically annoying to say the least. Every time it boots, it has to figure out what time it is, what's installed on this, and then it temporarily saves it onto the CMOS until you turn off the computer again. And since the CMOS battery is dead, and now once again, when it turns on, it's going to say, hey, it's 1980. Questions or doubts on the CMOS battery? The next one,
Okay,
what
that's
else can I
good to
take
know.
out?
Residue energy on the motherboard.
You sure? We can take this guy out? Everyone agree?
Yeah.
All right. You're poison, guys. So if you all agree with each other, then there's only one choice that we have left. Nobody's asked me to take out D yet.
I actually have this problem.
Who? Oh, you actually had this problem? Then you probably know the answer then. All right. Lock them in, guys. Lock them in.
Don't look at me, Diego. It's not like my battery falls when I move my laptop.
Ooh, two more. Lock it in. Hello. One more. Is it Jordan? Jordan! You locked in? All right.
Yes.
Pablo, is it you this time? Oh, never mind. I got to start looking up. All right, let's see how we did. Yes, it is a loose battery connect. If it's a distant capacitor, you're not going anywhere. If these things have anything inside that's bad, then that pathway is gone. And if that pathway is gone, you're not going anywhere. It won't unexpectedly shut down. It just won't even turn on. System overheating. See, I would take that as a possible answer. But why is it not the answer?
It
What
only
blew in
happens
here?
when he moves the laptop.
Yeah, it only happens when he moves.
So that tells me it's not overheating, because if it was sporadically after using it and I wasn't moving it and it happened, then maybe it's overheating. But he specifically tells me that it's turning off every single time he moves it from here to there. So then the only choice, unfortunately, would be this, a loose battery. And that has happened to many people, where the battery little clip is bad, and or they broke the actual clip, so it's loose. And every time you pick it up, it turns off. It's not plugged
happened
in.
to me so many times.
Any questions or doubts? All right, we're in 7. That means we should be missing 2 more people to help me read. Help me, Rhonda. Who's next? DeAndre, I pick on you yet?
Yes. A technician was called to check an unexpected clicking noise on a desktop that has become more frequent every time a video edit application is loaded. The system fans have been replaced, but the clicking noise remains. Diagnostics have been run on a video card. Which of the following should the technician do first?
Mm-hmm. All right. So which one right away I could say, no, he's not going to do that?
Or scan the system.
Scan system for what? For viruses, you're saying this one here? E?
Yes.
All right. I can mark this one again. Okay. Everybody agree? I got so far 2 votes for this one.
A and B can cross out.
Yeah.
Everybody
I
agree?
thought C.
Get rid of C? Everybody agree?
Mm-hmm.
All right, lock them in then. We only have one answer left if you agree with them. If you don't agree with them, then lock in your own answer.
Yeah, I don't agree.
One singular sensation, every little. There we go. How did we do? Yes, full backup. In here, it says it's a clicking noise on the desktop. Obviously, we might have to replace the hard drive. We're not sure because we don't even know if it's an SSD or not. Second, before we do anything, we must back up, especially if we think that it's starting to give a lot of problems. Back up, back up, back up, back up. That was the first step almost in anything before we touch anything, right? Back up. Any questions or doubts? All right. Number 9. Teresa, you read for us yet?
Which of the following ports are used for secure sessions?
So which one's not a secure session? For sure, you know it's not a secure session. It's in the clear.
80 is not a secure section.
80 is not secure?
We can't get tropical smoothie, Daddy.
Nope.
They too far.
110 isn't either.
The closest one.
Yeah,
is
110
in
is
direct
top
out.
3. That's for emails.
And it's not encrypted? Okay, what else is not encrypted in here?
Mm-hmm. So that she can grab it.
25.
25, yeah.
Okay.
No way.
And what's another one that's
That
not
was so
encrypted?
close to my crib.
Which other one is not encrypted?
Which one was 23, guys?
Telnet.
Telnet.
Okay, that one's not secure.
Yeah.
This one? Not secure?
Yeah.
All right. Lock them in. Let it begin. 2. You got to choose 2. So if you agree with them, those are only 2 left. If you agree with them. If you don't agree with them, then pick some other numbers.
Because 22 is HTTPS, right?
Sorry, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back, Jack. Which of the following ports are used for secure sessions? And then everybody screamed out to me that these are not possible. They said 23, 25, 80, and 110 are not possible. They're telling me that the other ones.
Yeah, I agree. 422 is for secure shell, and then 443 is HTTPS.
It's up to you. Pick your poison, lock them in.
Yeah, I should start drinking water.
How do we do? Ah, wrong button. And yes, 22 SSH, 443 HTTPS. 23 is Telnet in the clear, as I stated, that used on switches, usually only if you're directly connected through the console port. A lot of times now we are no longer using Telnet. What are we using instead of Telnet?
SSH?
or
Yeah.
TLS. Correct, but
Okay,
what?
yeah.
So secure socket shell, right? Secure socket shell is what we're using to be able to get in there, right? 22. Or 22 usually is the one that a lot of these are using nowadays. It's encrypted. Can't find the stupid little thing to get rid of this X now.
It could be there as a souvenir.
Right? There we are. Uh-huh. Any questions or doubts? So 25 we said is SMTP. That's sending email in the clear. So that one can't be an answer either. Both of these are in the clear. If I sniff the network, I'll be able to see you telnetting into the router. I know what's the username and password. And then on top of that, I could just keep on listening to see everything that you're doing and get all the information. Even if you put an ID and password to change it, I'm going to see exactly what you're writing. So telnet, SMTP, HTTP, and POP3. What was 443?
That was HTTPS.
HTTPS, correct. And that means that it's insecure, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means it's encrypted. Any questions, doubts?
Go.
All right, here we go. Question number 10, which is the last question for until we get to the next 10, for sure. Who did not pick? Carlos, I think is the only one that had. Did Carlos read yet?
Left for a second.
Carlos is the only one that was missing then, right?
Said he's gonna be right back.
All right, hold on. Let me go to my screen.
Go ahead.
Technician has to fix the problem. Projector, the lamp turns off for a brief period during a demonstration. After the technician replaced the lamp, problem continued with added message that for the lamp.
Hello?
Oh, I hear you now.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah, we've lost you
Cut
there
off
for
a little bit.
a couple of seconds.
Uh,
We only
Hold
heard
on.
half of it, like the first sentence and a half. But technician has been asked to fix the problem with the projector. The projector lamp turns off for brief periods of time during a demonstration. After the technician replaces the lamp, the problem continues with an added message that appears just before the lamp turns off. Which of the following most likely need to be performed? Which ones can I say no? Right away is not going to help me.
Adjust the brightness.
Yeah, take C off.
All right. Anything else?
B.
Installing.
Yeah,
a
B.
high-
Yeah, take.
This one here, B, you said?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, take
why?
B off.
wait,
Why
I think
B?
Oh, my bad. I'm looking at my thing. I
Oh.
mean, take.
What's your B?
E.
Name it. This
Yeah, I
one?
agree. Yeah,
E?
installing higher loom is not gonna.
Yeah, that's
do
not gonna do anything. The
anything.
lumen is not gonna do anything.
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna take more
Changing
power.
the resolution either.
Change the resolution? No?
No.
Yeah, we can take that off.
Okay.
Update the laptop driver too. That's a laptop device, not the projector.
Okay.
And there's only two left.
Just like our saying from Spock, when you remove all other choices, no matter how improbable the choice may be, whatever is left must be the answer. Guy's a good philosopher, I'll tell you that much. No matter how insane, Spock, no matter how insane the choice, the answer may be.
Who's Spock?
Spock! Oh my God! Where have you been for the past 30 years?
I live in Africa.
This guy, the guy with the big ears.
No, I live in Africa. I wouldn't know.
Star Trek, bro. Star Trek, Spock.
You mean the weird robotic elf?
what is the
like
lamp?
space.
Elf.
What is that?
Poor child. You've been deprived. He's not a robot.
No, I have no idea who it is.
Spoken.
No.
This is where I get this guy from. Live long and prosper.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the robot with elf E.
He's not a robot. No.
I don't know. Okay, I'm confused. No, I don't know.
No,
can tell me
that's
later.
Data. Data is the robot. He's the one that's all silverly like. It has a weird. He didn't even have weird ear. He looked normal.
I don't
Yeah.
know. They look weird to me. I think I know you're referring to Star Trek, right? I think I know.
You're gonna get a History Channel in here real soon.
Is
All right,
that
guys.
natural history if it's in the future?
So you guys locked in? Here we go. That is correct. The only other choices that were left was to replace the cooling fan or reset the lamp. Those are the only things that we can do. Obviously, the first thing you want to do is this right here: reset the the counter on it. A lot of the times, these units, if they believe that the counter is correct, it will automatically just shut it off. So you have to reset it, just like when you change the oil in your car. If not, it keeps on telling you they got to change your oil. The filter in your refrigerator, you got to reset it, right? All these things, even the one in your AC, you have to reset it. If not, it keeps on telling you you must replace something. And obviously, replace the cooling fan is the only other option left because of the fact that if it is, in fact, getting hot, it will send a message real quick saying something that is saying that it's hot and gone. Question? Doubts? Next question. Next 10 questions are on your own, guys. Here we are. The user printed several documents to a shared network copier and noticed that they have very faint color density. A technician investigates the issues and verifies that the printer had a maintenance kit installed recently. Which of the following next steps will most likely resolve the issue? Steps.
Here you go.
You're welcome.
I remember
bless
we
America.
did this together.
Welcome.
No.
God bless
Are you-
America.
Do you know this one? Yes or no? That's all I want you to tell me, because I already know what the answer is.
It's up to you, Pops. What are you gonna put? I can't tell you yes or no. It's these
No,
10.
no, you can just tell me. Do you know the answer of why it is or not? Because I remember, like, confused of the answer on this one.
Yes or no question. It's up to
Oh,
you.
my. After this. After this.
I got it right just because I saw these questions on CompTIA webpage.
If only it gave you half points.
Like, I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody, but the first one makes sense. The second one, what? I don't understand why.
Oh, I know. Wait.
Where did this thing go? You know that we said the website was wrong, so hopefully you're not putting the exact same
No, what I did, and they gave me the right thing.
Oh yeah, that's weird. I thought I changed the answer.
That's why I told you, like, what is this? Are we gonna go based on what's
I
real
did
or
change the
not?
answers. I don't know why it's marked. I'm looking at it here, and it's something else. So if it's still what
I
the
meant,
thing said, I had
I know
changed.
what it is, but I know what the wrong answer is. Like, as in the right. Like, obviously, it's A. Now, C is what the CompTIA is saying yes, but I know that's not really
No. I
possible.
adjusted it. I could have sworn I adjusted it. I guess I didn't save it. On my screen is something else. I have two different answers, and I must have not. For some weird reason, it still has the old answer. I don't know why. I could tell you it's
I
not
mean,
C.
it makes sense. It's adjust
C
the
is not
printer
it.
setting.
C is not it. Definitely.
I'm sorry, I put it and I got the answer right.
Right,
Even though I know that shouldn't be it.
No, I don't know why this is still the wrong answer. I would have to agree with you. I have it here on this side over here, so you guys can see it. The right answer is replace the toner cartridge and adjust the printer settings.
I
Those are the
agree.
right answers.
Sorry, I put
Pickup
C
rollers, paper tray rollers will not create that issue.
So I was right.
Yes. Yes.
No, you're right. I just put C because I know what the answer is based on the wrong.
Yeah, I don't know why it's still like that. I did fix some of these answers that were out there. I'm not sure why it still came out with the original answer that they gave us, because it's adjust printer settings and replace cartridges.
We should just give everybody that one. This one is just, sorry.
I'm marking it here. Don't worry about it. I'm marking myself here one.
3 points for everybody.
Woo! I'm not sure why, because I fixed that this morning. So I'm not sure why that one still says the old answer. And it still says the other screen, on my screen here, it says the other one. That's one. I'm marking one. Go ahead. Any other questions? But you all agree we got to replace the toner cartridge. And believe it or not, yes, it is adjust the printer settings. Clean the paper tray rollers. I'm not sure why the CompTIA, I think some of them are wrong and why they put that, but it's not clean paper tray rollers. There's no way that if I clean the paper tray rollers, it's going to affect the color density.
What about like the fuser? Doesn't that like
Fuser actually fuses it onto the paper, so if anything, it would be loose. It wouldn't be faint. It would completely come off, and it smudges. The only two things here is adjust the printer settings and replace the toner cartridges. I wonder why I did that. Oh, that's weird. On my other page, it says another answer, and here it's saying another one. That's not nice. Weird.
You're right.
All right, next question. Number 12. The customer wants to purchase a new home computer. The machine will remain be used for internal browsing and streaming video, except on weekends when the customer's son will use it to play games with friends. Which of the following should the technician focus to meet the requirements? What's the one that he, out of all of them, one that he should be able to do or needs?
Do we say it?
No. You just lock it in. These 10 are for you guys to lock in your answers. You decide what you believe is the answer.
Admit.
Out of all of there, which one would be the most necessary one? 6 out of 10. Hey, One more, people. Sorry, three more. Two more. Two more, guys. Come on. One more. That is correct. 4 core processors. Fans is not going to do anything for me. And 60 DDR2 is not even fast memory. This is DDR2, and we don't even know if it's actually the right one for here. The only thing that we need for sure is the for streaming, right? And then what? Playing games. 16 gigs is nothing. Sorry to break it to you guys, but 16 gigs DDR2 is basically nothing for a gaming PC.
I mean, you don't really need that much RAM anyway. You need more of the video card anyway.
You wouldn't need any RAM, you sure?
No, I say you don't need as much RAM. Some people think you need massive amount of RAM for games. No.
Fast RAM is what you need, and that's a DDR.
Yeah.
You need that's all a DDR2 there. That's the antiquated. We have DDR3 and 4 lately. Those are the ones that are out.
And number 4, I think it's already out, but it's kind of really hard to get it anyway. It's more used for servers.
Next one. Which of the following features will save battery life on a laptop significantly if they are disabled? So if I disable this, it's going to save my battery. Choose 2 wisely. Or left? Which of these? Come on, guys. There's only 2. We got to pick. What can I disable will obviously stop from killing my battery. 2 things in this list will help us stop battery drain. Coincidence, 2 people left.
I can't say anything though.
What?
2 people left. Come on, people.
Don't
Lock it in. Let me begin.
Yeah, I'm
gonna need a little explanation here.
Well, I know it's. Well, I can't say shit.
Come on, guys. There's only 2 things there that'll actually save you battery. Which one's eating my batteries?
Fingerprint reader.
I don't know. You tell me. Here we go. How do we do? Cellular and Bluetooth. Those things are constantly eating my battery. It uses a radio. And he's always broadcasting. Bluetooth, when it's on, is listening to see if he sees anybody around, even if you're not asking him to touch anybody. And if he is using it, then obviously he will be constantly using Bluetooth. Same thing with cellular. If cellular is on, you will eat up battery.
So Wi-Fi counts as cellular?
There is laptops that have cellular.
Think of it like this. Touchpad, volume, fingerprinters, they can be off the whole time and not use anything. But Bluetooth, once you turn it on, it's always going to be using something.
The touchpad could be on. While the touchpad is on, you agree that unless if I touch it, it's not eating the battery. You agree? So it's not doing anything. Volume is on. So unless if I'm listening to something, it's not eating my battery. Screen orientation, so it doesn't matter if I go like this or I go like this, doesn't matter which orientation I have, it's still eating my battery. My fingerprint reader will only utilize the battery if I put my finger over it.
I was assuming that this was an external fingerprint reader and then you plug it in with a USB.
No,
but I mean, I'm just not that aware of
even if it was a
laptops that come
USB
with fingerprint.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We said it. It comes. Those are the biometric ones. So that you go and you put your finger onto it. And I said that it's horrible because it could be that it gives you a false positive or a false negative. It'll give a false negative to the owner, and it'll give a false positive to somebody that shouldn't be getting into the computer. So those things really don't eat up battery. Only when you're using them do they actually drain battery. Compared to these right here, for sure, cellular and Bluetooth are constantly transmitting. The radio is on. Any questions? Doubts? Number 14. Which of the following peripherals would a company use to take inventory quickly and update the price tags for products? Stop it. Which one do you guys believe use to take inventory? Which one here will let me take inventory? Yeah, 5 locked in. 5. Six. From the looks of it, we might not be able to finish this. We're going to have to probably only go up to 20 by the time it's lunchtime. Thank you.
I'm hungry.
Barcode scanner, yes, and magnetic reader. A label printer cannot take inventory. There's no way that device can actually take inventory. I do agree. I could probably print out a price tag, but that's not going to do both. The only ones that do both is a barcode reader or a magnetic reader. You can actually use on a system, usually these little scanners, you'll see them in the middle of Walmart and they're scanning stuff. The barcode readers, it's got a little digital screen and they update price or they can update inventory. The same thing with the magnet reader. It could actually read and it could update.
I've never seen a magnetic reader. I've never heard of that.
Magnetic readers, yeah, they're out there.
I know barcode scanners, they're not magnetic. All I know is that's how I used to do it at Target. You get the barcode scanner and then you get the label printer.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's also the ones with the RFIDs. Have you dealt with the RFIDs?
Yes.
Yeah.
So those are the 3 things that are out there. You've probably seen them too, the little magnetic things that they won't have a barcode, but they have that little magnetic thing that if you try to steal or do anything with that, it has a little like chip thing, like a big
like beeps,
rectangle.
like beeps and stuff. Yeah, but that goes missing out of the store or something.
Not the thing that's stapled on or the thing that looks like if it's on clothes. I'm talking about it's a little plastic thing like this, a little magnetic.
Yeah, it's like a silver plastic. It's like a little silver plastic or something. Yeah.
And then there's the stickers, which are the RFIDs now. So there's various ones out there. 15. Technician needs to routinely run scripting. Oh yeah, here we go.
No, not on Linux.
He is very lazy. He does not want to walk over to the server room. He is the most laziest guy in the world. Now, this technician also, he travels between, so he's a dispatch tech. He's traveling between buildings a lot. He's got a Windows laptop with 4 gigs of memory, and he's got 500 gigs, one partition drive. Which of the following steps should the technician take to resolve this issue?
Is that a broken record?
Just reading the keyword there.
Trust me,
Trust
just
me.
listen to him, please. And you should get the answer. Oh, I
There's
hate
steps.
this one.
There's steps, not choices. Steps. He's got to take 2 steps. I take 2 steps forward, then I 2 steps back. I'm pretty sure the only ones loving these tests right about now is whoever took CompTIA. A+ right about now.
I took it. I'm
That's
not. I'm not enjoying this. It's a good
Yeah,
resource.
I'm enjoying it. You're gonna be enjoying it when you actually take the real test, and some of these questions are at least close to it, or they are the questions.
Just don't give me the battery one. That's all I ask.
I'm firing that guy. That guy's fired. You're fired.
Fired.
Fired. 3 guys. Come on. I need 7 more.
Oh
7.
no, give him time, Diego, please. This is a lot of words and a lot of thinking.
You should put a timer from now on, 1 per minute. 1 minute each. And then you either get it wrong or you get it right. Lock it in. Teresa, you talking to me? Oh, okay. Just making sure you're not talking to me. I see your lips moving, but I can't hear you.
And this person's supposed to be lazy.
Extremely
Yeah.
lazy.
Lazy and not the smartest.
Definitely gonna have to put that minute. No? Nobody?
No.
Time's up.
Commit.
Says. I got 8. 9. Vine. Niner. How did we do? How did we do? I need 1 more. Juan. 2. Everybody look at your screen, please. Make sure you've submitted. Thank you. How did we do? So, repartition the hard drive and install Linux on a new are my 2 steps. There's no way that if I have done anything here in 2 steps, will it actually do anything? So if you picked increase the memory by 8 gigs, is there something here that when I do the 8 gigs, it's gonna give me Linux? If I increase this and install Linux as a VM, would that help me out?
I honestly don't understand the question, so I just guessed.
I thought that he's lazy, so he just installed Linux as a virtual machine. And since you need space for virtual machines, you would need to update the memory. So I just put A and B.
That's why I put that too.
Okay. Good guess.
The difficult one. I got it wrong originally.
Yeah.
I don't even know
Thing
what
is,
Me and Diego were like, what?
yeah, when we set, but then when I noticed the word steps, the reason I was saying steps is you do not need to increase memory to create a virtual machine. It didn't say it anywhere in there that you had any requirements of any of that.
And
What's the
also, if you know
What's the requirement
Linux,
to install Linux?
depending on the distro, but most of them is usually 1 gig of RAM or even 500.
4 gigs RAM.
I'm pretty sure you can go less than that,
So,
depending on the distro, like Mint, for example.
remember, this is a lazy guy. If he goes and does this, he's got to go and purchase stuff. Also, he's trying to circumvent something. So the only choice he really has is this right here. He's got to repartition his drive and install this if he wants to do it for free. Here he has to go and get permission. Here he has to go get permission. And a Linux boot CD won't give you Linux.
A flash drive will, but not this one.
But either which way, even if you have Flash, you got to be on the domain or approved to go onto these machines, right?
True.
He wants to run scripts. He wants to do a whole bunch of stuff. So he wants a machine. A Linux machine is what he wants. Unfortunately, yes, this one is as confusing as possible. And these are the type of questions that they will throw at you. The word steps there means that you have to do the 2 steps to be able to accomplish whatever they're looking for. They didn't say choices. They didn't change that. Is server administrator set up a VM to be used in a lab setting? A technician, he's setting up a thin client computers to access the VMs. Which of the following texts are required to set up this lab? And this one's even worse.
Do you get it? I still don't.
Hold on.
Well, yeah, I told you what it was. I'm not about to repeat that, but we'll go ahead.
Well, you don't have to repeat it again because
It says it right here. Server, lab setting. And then he's going to set up all thin clients to access this guy.
Now I get it. Oh, come on. Really? That wording?
Yep.
Okay, fine. Fine.
He's going to kill him. All right, timer started. 1 minute. Boom, boom. 3 out of 10. 20 seconds. And choose 3 wisely, very wisely. Lock it in. All 4 of you lock it in. Come on, let's go. Oops, sorry. Did I just erase your answer? 1. Halatu. 2 left. Come on, guys. Let's go. And how do we do in this one? All right. Yes, connect the device to the network, install the latest system updates, and install necessary applications in the VMs. Installing an operating system wouldn't be necessary. He's already did it on the server. Installing the latest drivers wouldn't be necessary. This is, in fact, a thin client. Everybody remember what a thin client is?
That's weird. I put the right answers, but I got it wrong. Maybe I misread something.
Yeah, me as well. Well,
I think, well, I got the question right, but I just remember it said server administrator. So they're just dealing with the stuff based on the network connection. So that's why I was able to answer.
You did not. So you didn't see the second part of the question. They tell her she wrong, but she wrong. You didn't read the second part of the question. You ain't.
Okay. Any questions?
Maybe I misread something because I know what the answer was, but I got to say wrong. And I was like, wait, I'm pretty sure I put everything right. That I know.
You probably clicked this one here.
I probably clicked that one by accident instead of system update.
Yeah.
I missed one thing.
All right, guys. Let's pause here and go to lunch. And when we come back, we will, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. We're only on 20, guys. We're going real slow. You guys want me to restart and let you guys on your own? Or you guys prefer continuing doing it as a group?
I prefer doing it alone. This way